Good day, this is Winter Kim, writer and a book YouTuber. This year, the Seoul International Book Fair is to be held online due to the COVID-19 issue. Until last year, many people from the publishing industry visited the fair from many different countries to share information about Korean books and meet their publishers. But sadly, as we cannot meet face-to-face this year, we've prepared a short video introducing some notable Korean books. In this video, we're presenting 5 books published in South Korea in the science section. This book is written by Professor Sang-Wook, a physicist who delivers diverse scientific knowledge based on his expertise. The author, who is a researcher in quantum mechanics, explains the field step by step in an easy, approachable language. The book starts with Love's Quantum Mechanics, a poem that takes a twist on a famous Korean poem, and ends in quantum haiku. In explaining the difficult subjects, the author sometimes compares them to a popular fairy tale such as Snow White or The Emperor's New Clothes, or to movies such as The Matrix or the Terminator series. There are illustrations from time to time to make the book less intimidating, along with many graphs and pictures to help the readers understand. As for equations, there are only the most essential ones needed for explanation, but nonetheless, the book teaches us the basic history and concepts of quantum mechanics quite reliably. By showing how quantum mechanics is actually used in our real life, the book helps us approach the difficult topic in a more friendly way. This book is written by Chun-Ho, a meteorologist who's trying to convey the gravity of climate change through many materials. He has also worked as the head of the National Institute of Meteorological Research, as he's the first person to establish the carbon tracking system in South Korea. The book also shows his expertise on meteorology. Starting from Earth's history when the climate first formed, the book expands to examine the climate change we face today and why it can be a big problem. The author then urges the readers to prepare for the upcoming future, suggesting how we should act in days like this. The climate change issue is explained in detail based on profound scientific knowledge. The author argues that human civilization is not a natural result of human intelligence, but an incidental event formed by the climate as it is today. To prevent further troubles in food, geography, and politics, we must stop the ongoing climate change and protect the geological times of human from facing its end. Written by Professor Woo-Joo, an internist who specializes in infections, this book conveys intro-level knowledge about viruses. The book was published on March 2020, just around when the fear for the new coronavirus was beginning to spread in South Korea. It delivers basic scientific knowledge about virus and epidemics while suggesting some ways to handle the new COVID-19 issue. Although situations are different between its publication and now, the book is still very helpful because it easily explains the knowledge we have to know. Readers may find interesting, useful contents, such as explaining the much misunderstood concept of immunity, or how to distinguish between common cold and the new virus, or basic rules to follow when there's an epidemics issue. It's especially notable that the book includes 10 frequently asked questions and answers on COVID-19 to deliver accurate information to the readers. In the situations like this, when there are so many fake news and wrong knowledges to make people confused, the book's compact, accurate information shines like sunlight. This book is written by Int'l, who is striving to popularize science after his research on polymer engineering. The book examines fried food, a kind of food loved from all around the world, in historical, scientific, and cultural aspects. The author himself is an enthusiast about fries, and he's also the son-in-law of a tonkatsu restaurant owner, so that puts him in the best position ever to talk about fried food. Starting from the historical contemplation on what food is to the reason why humans naturally love fried food, the historical origins of tonkatsu, ramen, fried chicken, French fries, fish and chips, and sweet and sour pork, the scientific fundamentals of fried food, and finally to the know-how of making tasty fried food. This book is basically a textbook on fried food. It also covers the latest fry-related topic in South Korea, how the popular air fryer works. As the author studied polymer engineering, the depth of scientific knowledge in the book is also profound. As a scientist, he even makes a strict distinction between fatty oil, lipid, and fat, like any strict scientist would do. This book, written by Professor Jeon Chi-Hyeong, questions about the social aspects of science, which is usually just considered as an exploration on pure knowledge and truth. As the subtitle, Reaching the Mind of Science, implies, the book ponders about the role and ethics science must have on social incidents. Because science is also a human matter after all, the author reminds us that it is us humans who decide what to explore or what not to explore and ignore. Thinking about the places for machines through the news of laborers who died in accidents while working alone, or examining the media's tone while reporting human match with AlphaGo, the book goes on to question how much we are ready to allow robots to explore into our territory, or to point out the asymmetry and the inhumanity of AI job interviews. It also delivers the scientists' voices who are researching hard in their own positions. Overall, this is a book that makes us think about science and society and science and ethics. That's all for this video, the 5 South Korean books to introduce in the science category. Thank you all for watching.